That's what I find.
They're very repetitive. Halo has gotten repetitive. Like, Halo 3 slapped. Like, Halo 3 was the best game of its time out of every game ever created. Swear. Hands down. That's what I believe. Everyone of this newer generation is like, no, it was Halo Reach. Halo Reach was fucking garbage. The community was garbage for Halo Reach. The game was garbage for Halo Reach. Like, but anyway, I digress. I fucking don't play first-person shooters very often anymore.
No, I don't play them at all. They're just kind of mindless violence in my eyes. Hell, the only reason why I'm getting into World of War or whatever it is, the thing I'm downloading, is for the aircraft fighting, because I love being a dogfighter. I don't know why.
Okay, why haven't you played Kerbal Space Program?
I'm not sure if you can shoot at other people out of the sky.
So you can't, but, like, you get to build whatever craft that can physically do whatever it needs to do and fly it around and frickin' build shit to destroy.
That requires me building something smart.
Not really. I mean,
me having a brain on my shoulders to do something with aerodynamics.
I mean, are you watching my stream right now? I'm about to launch a rocket and make it meet another rocket in space, and it's probably going to take me an hour.
I know, I gotta click. What was that?
Huh?
Redo YouTube. 483 videos.
Yep.
Accurate.
Yep. That was pretty close. I haven't uploaded any videos recently, and they're supposed to be daily uploads, and I've been slacking. I've been slacking hardcore just because I don't want to do it.
Wolfenstein Youngblood.
I've not played the only thing about Wolfenstein that I even like have heard or remote was the College Humor skit of the dude who's like, yo, my grandpa was a developer for Wolfenstein. He has all of this Wolfenstein stuff in his attic. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's holding the electrician's helmet.
He's holding like one of those not so nice people helmets, and then he picks up the entire garb and is like, this is so freaking cool. He has one of these uniforms from the game. Like, that's all I know about Wolfenstein. That's all I know about Wolfenstein, man. Like, I've never seen gameplay. I've never played the game. Just that skit alone made me not want to play the game.
Alright, follow it. It'll be fun. Just follow it for
Mars Pug. I am not building an ICBM in-game. It's not happening. Stop bugging me about it.
Intercontinental ballistic missile.
Not like it wouldn't take me 5 minutes to jam one out and launch it. I'm not gonna do it. It's just the principle. I don't feel like doing it. I would rather launch my rocket into space and actually make my money worthwhile in my career on this game. So I
just downloaded Fallout 4.
Fallout.
I've already got every single DLC.
Fallout 4 is legit.
I don't know how.
I have Fallout 4. It is legit. I love Fallout 4.
I don't know how.
Fallout 76, not my favorite.
No.
Not my favorite.
Alright, I'm gonna probably let that download overnight.
Okay, is this... No, that's Doom Station. That's Living Quarters. Don't care about that.
You're offline.
There it is.
I'm gonna head off. So I gotta do shit.
Okay.
I gotta do shit. So, have fun.
I plan on...
Hopefully we meet again in the future sometime.
I think I added you. If not, I sent you a message.
I don't really add people. I gotta get rid of people even, because there's so many of my friends that are either fake hiding offline or just go offline completely.
Really annoying, by the way.
Yeah, that's fun.
I don't understand the point of hiding offline. Like, What's that gonna do for you?
Why did you buy a console if you didn't want to play with people?
Yeah. I mean, you might as well buy PC and just play solo games.
Alright, I'm gonna go. Go watch it.
I'm launching a rocket into space, so you have fun doing what you're doing. I'm gonna have fun doing what I'm doing.
Don't crash.
I don't plan on it. I plan on recovering the majority of my rocket, by the way. If you watch the stream, you will see me recover the majority of this rocket.
Alright, I'm gonna go, so have fun.
Bye-bye.
Kill yourself. Hey, Smokey, much love.
Is he? He's not even in here. Oh my god. I'm not listening to that message. Hi, buddy.
You're a hooker.
Hello.
What's up, hooker?
I am streaming.
Okay. I was about to sleep, man.
Well, you decided to turn on your Xbox. Oh my god, Pug, what?
What?
I'm not building an ICBM, man. It's not happening.
Oh, I was like, what the f are you talking about? No, man, my Xbox has been on. I'm just watching YouTube.
Oh, you should check out my stream. I'm launching a rocket in space.
I don't even know what's on. No, I think it's on about blacksmithing or something.
Is that what you've been watching? Blacksmithing videos? That's cool.
I've been watching all kind of videos. Now I'm going to attempt to get into a little bit of blacksmith work. I was a welder for quite a while, and then can't be much different, right?
Have you?
I mean, I'm sure it's different,
you been on
but
Conan recently?
a few days ago, yeah. Why?
Okay. Castle still there?
Have you?
No.
Was when I was on like 2 days ago.
That is absolutely horrendous.
Most. Sorry, I'm getting a drink.
Dishes.
I got a giant fucking water bottle now because I'm lazy and I don't like getting up 200 times because like when I first wake up I like to drink water and I drink water all throughout the day. I cut out soda, so I've been drinking nothing but water pretty much. But I drink a shit ton of it, so like a normal glass is like one good drink and I get tired of getting up 300 times a day. Or going to get water 300 times a day, you know how it goes.
Interesting. I'm over here just enjoying my Dr. Pepper.
At the first one I've had in a while today, and it made me so damn sick. I didn't even enjoy it.
That's kind of what my wife was saying. She hasn't been drinking soda in like a year and a half now, and she gets sick whenever she drinks soda now. She can have like.
I started drinking coffee in the morning, and then that's it. Water the rest of the day.
She can have like Canada Dry.
Yeah, I love Dr. Pepper. It's my drink of choice, or it was for a really long time. But last time I had one, not this time. Last time I had one, there was just so much sugar. It just made me sick to my stomach, and it had been doing that for a little while because I kind of like weaned myself down from them, you know.
Right.
And now that I've quit drinking them, I get sick as whenever I drink them. Just too much sugar at once, I guess, man. So
Yeah. Get it.
I've been drinking coffee and then a little bit of milk in it.
I used to not be a huge soda drinker.
I don't know. I'm working on being better. You know, we're all getting older
Yeah.
every day. But no, I've done some pretty primitive bladesmith making. You know, just some pretty primitive knife making. And I want to learn to actually do the smithing. So I've been working on a forge the last few days. About halfway through it, I had to change projects though, so I got about half of the forge built. Then I had to change projects, as it tends to happen at my house.
What'd you switch from the forge to?
Something that needed to be done that was more urgent.
Relaying the pipes underneath your house?
Yeah, pretty much.
Something stupid like that.
Yep. Oh no, I'm digging a trench to create a French drain so that the washing machine drains out like it should, because it's just stupid.
Right.
Well, stupid things that I don't really want to do, but it needs to be done. But I've been cleaning up the yard and working on a forge. I was getting the dirt from a certain little section of the yard that I was cleaning up, and then I had to start digging holes, and I don't fucking like digging, especially with all the tree roots here. It's a pain.
You don't have sandy soil there, do you?
No, I do not.
Just got that red
I have
clay
very.
mud.
Yup.
Yep, that's southern
actually
clay
good.
mud.
Yep, it's good as clay mud, man, but there's a tree super close to where I'm digging, so there's tree roots as big as your fucking forearm in that bitch, and I'm breaking those up with an axe the last couple days.
Right.
I had a pickaxe. It's not actually a pickaxe, but it's like a pickaxe.
Right, what happened?
I don't
What's
actually
up,
know what
Bug?
it's called.
I'm not answering your messages anymore on Xbox. You're gonna have to type them in the chat.
Yeah, I snapped the fucking handle in half, breaking tree roots.
Nice.
Times, good times. So, why'd you quit playing Conan, man? What happened?
Same reason you quit playing
Just
it
got
for
bored
a
with it?
couple days at a time.
I just got
It's
bored with
not
it for a
that I
little
got
bit.
bored of it. What ended up happening, all honesty, is that my wife got sick of from COVID. I got COVID from work.
Yeah.
And then my wife got COVID from me. And COVID was a joke for me. But for her, it's been running her through the ringer. I mean,
No.
just some diabolical.
She
shit
got
to
the
her.
shot! She got the shot! No, I'm just kidding.
But no, like she's just not doing well, and so I've been dealing with that for the past like 2 weeks. That's why I haven't really been on Xbox. And then KSP got rekindled for me. Kerbal Space Program game got rekindled for me recently, and I just feel like playing it.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I went pretty hard on Conan for a little while, and then I'll go back to it. It's not something that I'm gonna give up on, but it's something that I don't know, man. It got a little repetitive, and I'm just gonna say this about it: it's a fun game, but my whole issue with it is there's no real end game, especially the way we're playing it, and that was kind of always my issue with it. Even when I played it the first time, even with all the new stuff added, there's really no end game.
It's not really.
I
a
mean, you
game.
get to a certain.
It's a game up to the point that you get to level 60, and then it's just not a game anymore.
Well, no,
It's
I
just
mean, there's
you
a lot
doing-
of stuff you can go
It's
get.
you doing random shit over and over and over again at that point.
Well, no.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that you can still do after 60. There's a lot of quests and stuff that you can do, and I have fun with those. Like, don't get me wrong. I have a lot of fun with those. But my whole thing is, there's no end game. Like, I'm sure if we were on PvP, there would be an end game. We would be building up to make explosives to go raid people, or we would be trying to get our defenses up, or whatever. But because there's no PvP aspect in the ending, I don't know what to do. I'm bored. I know everyone ragged on Ark a lot, but the thing about Ark was at least Ark had an end game, and their end game was the dinosaurs. Okay, even when you built this crazy base, all right, you started to work your breed lines. And that was the end game of Ark. You made your dinosaurs bigger and better to beat other people's dinosaurs. That was the whole end game. There's no breed system for the slaves. You just get the best fucking slaves and go fight them. You know what I'm saying? There's no breed system for the animals. There's no end game for Conan. Once you get to a certain point, it's just boring.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I got tired of Red Dead too, because I just got to the point where I have everything. There's end game.
I think every game gets boring whenever you have everything. Like, I haven't touched Minecraft, like, in a survival aspect, like, for more than a couple of hours at a time, because I've already beat the Ender Dragon so many times. I've already beat the Wither so many times. I've already done most of the things in the game. And even, like, the Nether is cool now, right? But I just don't have the drive to get back on the game and go explore the Nether. Just not something that I want to do.
I understand, because you have to remember, before there was even an Ender Dragon, I beat the shit out of that game.
Oh yeah, no, we both beat the crap out of that game. Like,
exactly.
I built an economy
even the Ender Dragon
in the game when the game had no Ender Dragon, had no end, had no
I remember.
Castle. Like, I literally... No. This was before you. I built an economy world where I had an island and we used iron as a trading system.
Dude, I've just done so much with Minecraft, and it's, like, don't get me wrong, it's still a fun game, and I like to get on there and piddle.
Same.
You know what I mean? Like, I still have cool
Same.
ideas. And when I get on there to piddle around, I'll get on there, and in a survival, I still enjoy playing survival. I'll always enjoy survival. But now, I don't build crazy-ass worlds. I'll build, like, 2 machines, and then the rest of it's just, like, dicking around building dumb shit.
So, like right
that
now,
one,
right? This game that I'm playing right now, it is the most complicated game with the biggest learning curve of any game I have ever played. And that has kept me entertained for about 4 years now. For about 3 to 4 years now. And I still haven't made it to all the other planets in the game yet. Very upsetting.
I don't know. I don't know. I just haven't wanted to put the time. Honestly, I haven't found a game that I enjoyed in a long time. Like, I play them, but I haven't found one that I really enjoyed in a long time. I think the last game that I actually really enjoyed was 7 Days to Die.
The last game that I really enjoyed was Halo 3.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
maybe Minecraft.
I don't know.
I don't know. Minecraft and Halo 3 were out at the same time.
I don't know.
So, like...
I don't know that I ever really enjoyed Minecraft.
I think Minecraft was one of those games where it was, like, so fucking mind-numbingly, like, entertaining that...
You just played it
You
because
just
it was
played
mind-numbing.
It was like an escape. It wasn't really...
Yes. It wasn't like, I wasn't like excited to get on Minecraft or anything. It was just, I just played it because it was numbing.
Yeah.
It was just, I didn't have to think about anything, and yeah, that's why I continue to play it, even now. And like I said, it's gotten to the point where they're just like stupid simple games. I've gotten to the point now where, like I said, I don't even really build machinery anymore. I'll build 1 or 2 machines, and usually it's an iron golem farm, just because you need iron. And I usually build the kelp farm, just because it's easy XP. And then, other than that, I'll actually mine for most of my stuff. I don't really farm anything else. Like, obviously, I do like a regular farm, and you gotta have food. But everything else, I'd go look for because I have made all the farms.
It's
That's what
kind
I
of
did. I made farms, and it's boring, and I don't like farming, and it just gets old after a while, you know.
it's kind of where I'm
Like
at in that
I
game.
can't tell you how many fucking different variations of the automated pumpkin farm I've made or melon farm. Like, yeah, I don't know.
I
It's just
feel like
not
if you and I got
fun.
into commands
No,
together on Minecraft,
I think it would be
we
boring.
would get mind-numbingly just retarded at the game.
Just be like, yeah, so I'm gonna spawn everything at once. I made a mod where it's the end of the world.
Dude,
Like, no, I don't want to do
I feel
that.
like if you and
I
I
just
actually
don't care
legitimately
enough.
got good at commands, we could be like, yeah, so this is the entire economy of the game, and this is how it works. Like,
Yeah, I just don't care enough to go into it, to be honest.
I don't either.
Like,
I'm done with it. I've been done with it for
yeah,
like 2 years now.
I don't know. I don't know what. I really, after I left fucking. That's why I went to Ark. Because Ark at least gave me a little bit of thought process with. And the thing that I enjoyed in Ark was just. I didn't really enjoy the building. The building sucked. I enjoyed the dinos. I enjoyed using the dinos and breeding the dinos. To me, that was the fun part of Ark.
I think
Like I said,
I honestly, I thoroughly think that you would enjoy Crossout.
Crossout. I've played Crossout.
Have you?
I've played it. Yeah, it was alright. It was okay for like a week. It was easy. And I played it when it first came out, so there really wasn't much to do. There was like 3
Oh, there's a
levels.
lot of freaking shit to do in that game now.
Yeah, when I played it, it was fun. I made a bunch of different stuff, and I made like a track vehicle or whatever. But there's only like 3 or 4 levels, and it just, I don't know. I feel like it's probably going to be like Conan. It would keep me, because, so I played Conan when it first came out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had it when it was a relatively new game,
Right.
and it was fun. But there wasn't, you got to a certain point, and it's kind of like, now, so much to do, you know? And I kind of accelerated you guys to that point, too. You gotta understand that, too. Like, dude, my first playthrough, it took me probably a month to get to max level on Conan.
Dude, I would definitely do a 7 Days to Die playthrough with you again.
Oh, I don't even have the game anymore, I don't think. But that was the last game I actually enjoyed. What makes me mad about 7 Days to Die is they supported the shit out of it on computer, but they didn't on the console, which was upsetting. Like, I don't know, it was just upsetting.
Yeah.
But if I was gonna do a 7 Days to Die playthrough again, I would say the rule is no in-ground houses. Because that broke the game.
Yeah, it did.
Like, that just straight broke the
We-
game. It wasn't fun
We
anymore.
broke the crap out of that game.
Oh, yeah, well, I had broke it a long time ago. You gotta remember, dude, I played the shit out of it before you even got introduced to it. Like, I already knew how to break it when you came to play it. But that was the last game I really enjoyed, dude. I've got worlds where I literally, you can pop into them, and I have mini bikes and giant fucking fields full of crops and snipe boxes of stuff filled with parts, sniper rifles out the nutsack. Like, I literally have worlds like that. Or I did. I may not anymore, but I just. Do I still have 7? I don't even know if I have 7 days anymore. Hold on. Like, I'm not gonna play tonight, but. Oh, I think it needs an update. What the hell?
I've got to stay awake for like freaking 3 more hours.
Why?
Why? Because I got to switch to a med schedule.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I don't really know what's going on with it. All like half of my games aren't wanting to work as of late, and I don't know why. Like I think there's something wrong with my shit. This is like Red Dead. I had a lot of fun playing Red Dead, but there's no end game. Like you get to a certain point, and what do?
You just walk around killing animals.
You know, you can only do that for so long before you don't want to do it anymore.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Like, that's why I quit playing it.
Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, really tired of the game.
Yeah.
Hope is still entertained by that game, and I just...
Like, there's certain things that entertain me about it, and I like certain parts of it, but certain parts of it I'm just like, man, I don't care. Most of it, I just don't care. I don't know, my whole thing with 7 Days to Die is I think it would be a lot more of a fun game if it was a community-based game.
Right.
Like, not just 3 or 4 people, but I think 7 Days to Die would have been awesome if they added more vehicles for one, and if they made it like Ark was, where it had its own server sets, or like Conan is, where it has its own server sets. I think that would have been an amazing game that way. I know there is a game that I really, really want to play, but it's only on a computer, and it kind of pisses me off.
What game is it?
I really want to play it. It's called The Infected. I really want to play it. So it's basically kind of like 7 Days to Die, but more intense. I ran across it. I was scrolling through the YouTube channels out of boredom, and it came up, and I was like, what the fuck is this? But essentially, you start out like you do in 7 Days to Die with very little or nothing, and you just have to survive, which I like those kind of games. I always have. You know, that's why I like Dark. That's why I like Conan. That's why I like 7 Days to Die. But you start out with nothing, you have to survive, and this one, you're surviving from vambies. Vampire zombies. I know, it's a funny word. But they like hoard up on you and stuff. Kind of like 7 Days to Die does. But they can infect you somehow. It just looks really good. I can't really explain it. It just looks really good.
Right.
You know, it looks, like I said, it looks like a cross between 7 Days to Die, Ark, and Conan. You know what I mean? To where it has some of the mechanics from each one. I do think that it is more 7 Days to Die-ish in the fact that it's only 1 or 2 players per lobby kind of thing, which I don't like. I think the massive lobbies would be fun.
Hands down.
Fuck. I don't know. I think the next one I'm going to buy, I don't think anyone's going to play it with me.
What is it?
It's Rusk.
Rust? Why
Rust.
the fuck?
Yes.
No. God.
Exactly. Because it's so sweaty. It's so sweaty. It looks so stupid fun.
God, no.
Why not?
It looks fucking terrible.
Why do you say that?
Because it looks fucking terrible.
You just don't like the idea of all your shit disappearing every time you log off. That's what it is.
No, I do not.
I don't know. I got used to that feeling on Ark. You know what I mean? So.
I am not a fan of that game.
Have you played it?
I am not a fan of that style of game, and you know it.
I know, that's why I said no one's gonna play it with me. I'm gonna play it. And I'm probably gonna play the dog shit out of it. But no one's gonna play it with me. It is a very sweaty game. Like, very, very sweaty.
I know it is. I know people that play it.
It looks fun. Everyone's always hating on it. I know you're not a fan of that style of game. I don't know. I want to try it though. I think it looks fun. I think realistically, you can't have a survival game without that aspect. I'm sorry, you just can't do it. If you have a survival type game, you should make it so other people can be asshats. I know a lot of people hate that, but at the same time, in that kind of situation, that's the truth. That's what would happen. You know what I mean? There would be the asshats. I do think, though, they should put more penalties on death on those kind of games. Well, I think in that kind of situation, if you die, like let's say you're playing Rust, okay? If you die, not only should it take you back to blah 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 to respawn, but it should be like a 15-minute wait time. That way, it makes people think twice about being assholes. I don't know about you. 15 minutes. A long fucking time when you're sitting there staring at a screen going, oh my god, how much longer is this gonna take? This motherfucker's stealing all my shit. You know what I'm saying?
I guess.
Oh no, you've never been in that situation before, I guess. I think that's why you don't like Ark. I think that's why you don't like it. You don't like the idea of your shit missing. So what game are you excited for him to come out with? Anything?
I am excited for the second version of this game to come out.
I'm excited for them to put out a new fucking 7 Days to Die. I feel like they should. I don't think they will.
I was about to say, you know they won't.
They should. Well, like I said, what makes me mad is the guys that did the port. After the port was over, they basically kicked them to the curb. So the port has no support at all. From what I understand, right after the port over was done for 7 Days to Die from computer to console, like a year later, they got rid of the company that did the port over.
Right.
So they haven't been able to add anything that's cool from computer to the Xbox. So no one's been working on the port over.
Gotcha.
Which I feel like they should just make everything crossplay.
That'd be pretty dope if they did.
Right. They should just make all games crossplay. Stop releasing content exclusively for the computer, put everything up on servers, and just make it all crossplay. Especially open world games. I mean, that would still leave certain games to be exclusive to certain consoles. You know what I mean? Like, let's say there's a game for play that's a PlayStation exclusive. It's been that way forever.
Right.
Well, instead of just making it an exclusive, why don't we just make it release earlier on PlayStation? That way everybody can fucking play it. This the PlayStation guys get it first. You know what I'm saying? And then that way, you're still going to make a shit ton of money off the PlayStation guys because they're, well, I get it 3 months before you do, motherfucker. But everyone else is going to pay you too. Idiots. You know? I don't understand why a company would limit itself to one type of machine, basically, man, you know?
Because the contracts with the they use oh my god, how do I explain? They use the contracts that they sign with the company in order to get money for the company. I don't know if that makes sense or not.
But wouldn't the companies make more money if they sold it across all platforms and made it cross-play, though?
Depends. It's the reason why a lot of companies are moving toward crossplay.
I mean, that's just like, so I don't know if you heard, but Ford's probably about to take a fat stock hit, by the way. Because, supposedly, according to the guys at the dealership over there, which I don't know how much they know, but supposedly they're going to stop making cars, pretty much. They're just going to end up making the Mustang and then SUVs and trucks.
Not surprised.
That's a stupid decision. Because if you think about it, yeah, they may not make a whole lot of money on cars, but the cars have always been there. You know what I'm saying? Like, the cars have always been there. And the more you can diversify yourself, especially in an unstable economy, the better off you are. You know, they're making themselves a niche market in a market where it's not a good idea.
Hey. I mean,
And that's just my opinion. Could be wrong. It may work out for her really well. I don't see it working out well. Yeah, I know. Do you?
oh my god, I'm really annoyed right now.
Because your game is annoying?
Yes.
Fair enough. I don't know, we have some entertaining conversations that amount to very little. That are complete horseshit sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't see that being a good idea. I see that being a terrible idea, and it's going to come back to bite him in the ass.
I didn't say.
And
I
I know
never
that
said that
for-
it was a good idea. It's going to hurt their overseas market a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Probably won't happen though.
Well, I don't know. But that's supposedly what the dealership is saying now. Like I said, I don't see it happening. That's just like everybody pushing for those electric cars. I don't see that happening either. I'm sorry, I just don't. The technology's not there to make it happen. You know, I just don't see it happening. That, and especially where I live. I know you heard what happened last summer, or last winter.
Yeah, I heard.
We almost lost all of our electrical grid. So I don't know how the fuck they expect us to be able to add cars to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand how that's supposed to work.
I don't either, man.
You know?
All right. I have no idea how I'm planning on doing this, but it's gonna happen.
So, yeah. Some shenanigans. I don't know how you're gonna do it either, though. So, I have a silly question.
What is your silly question?
So I don't know if this really applies, but I know that for I don't know if you've really been in like super super cold where you live. I mean, I know it gets cold and I know it snows,
So,
but
just a reminder, I'm on stream, and I went through negative 40 last winter.
okay. That's fine. I wasn't gonna say where you're at or anything,
Oh, I don't
but
care. I've said that I'm in Montana multiple times on stream.
anyway, but what I was gonna say is I'm not really sure. I don't know if you've ever plugged your car in. I don't know if that's something that you've done.
Nope, never had to.
Really?
It always
Really?
starts.
So, well, if it's negative 40 for multiple days,
Oh,
what a lot of people will do.
engine block, heater. Yeah.
Exactly. So, my question, we were talking about the electric cars, is I know that batteries have water in them.
Right.
You get where I'm going with this?
What ends up happening is
How do you
the
keep...
batteries freeze, and then the batteries are no good. How electric cars keep the battery from freezing is they actually have what's called a warm mode or a safe mode, which keeps the car at an ambient temperature above freezing to keep the batteries from going. So it'll keep the cab of the car at like 40 or 50 degrees all year round.
So here's my question. I'm assuming it uses battery power to do that, correct?
Yep. And while it's charging the battery, just more strain on the electrical system. Yeah.
So, yeah, my whole question is, let's say you get snowed in for a week and your city loses power or something for a day or so. What happens then? Your car is completely fried now.
Yep.
There's no, I don't know. I'm just saying a lot of problems with electrical cars. You know what I mean?
Hey, you know what? You ain't gotta say much to me, man. I agree that electric cars are terrible. Lithium mines are worse for the environment than coal-powered plants. Wind power takes 25 years.
It's a joke.
It takes 25 years for a wind turbine in operation to overtake the carbon emission costs that it took to produce all of that material. Not to mention how many gallons upon gallons of crude oil or oil in general that goes into the turbine to keep it from seizing for the mechanical parts. It's all a
and then on top of that, do you know how long that those turbines are in commission?
I think it's something like 30 years.
Yeah, so it takes 25 to make up for the carbon emissions. So for 5 years, it's not doing it. And then you know where they go? They go in a landfill because they don't know what else to do with them. They literally put them in a motherfucking landfill.
Oh, I'm aware. I've done my research. Honestly, hydropower is a joke as well. Hydropower is really bad for the environment, too.
How is hydropower bad? That one I would think would actually be pretty clean.
So, think about it. You build a dam in a river, you cause flooding upstream, and you cause a lack of flow downstream. And then, on top of that, whenever torrential rainpour happens and they open floodgates, you cause flooding on the downstream. It's all environmental impact. I'm talking about whenever it comes to destroying forests upstream, filling in floodplains that normally wouldn't flood.
Hang on. Okay.
It's
yes,
better.
All of that I agree with you, but hang on. That is the cleaner version, though.
It is better than most things, but it is still got a lot of flaws.
Compared to
nothing. Nuclear power is the cleanest power, and it's the most sustainable.
Except there's one huge problem with nuclear power.
Nuclear waste?
The rods.
Shoot it into
nuclear waste.
You hear Elon Musk? Take these rods and launch them into space and shoot them at our sun. Like, no big deal. Launch them at Jupiter. Like, What are they going to do? Hit the gas giant and light it on fire? No, that's not what's going to happen. It's going to get crushed before it reaches the surface of Jupiter by the gravity. That's what's going to end up happening. And we're never going to live on Jupiter because Jupiter is a gas planet with such extreme gravity that we would die if we entered it.
Modern technology, you never know. But no, I don't know. I agree that nuclear is a good option. The problem with nuclear is always the threat that it is very volatile. So if some of that nuclear waste...
Yeah, it's only volatile.
If some of that...
Excuse me. It's only volatile.
If some of it ends up in the wrong hands, is what I'm saying. You can make what they call... that you can make those dirty bombs with the nuclear waste. It is possible.
Possible. That
is the biggest downside to it.
We have nuclear power plants in the United States that power multiple cities.
I know we do.
And you don't hear...
Honestly, coal and nuclear power were some of the cleanest versions of power that there were for a long time. Still are.
Steam power, coal and gas.
What do you think coal?
Using
yeah,
steam.
what do you think a coal fire plant uses? Is steam.
Well, I know that.
So does a nuclear plant. Steam is, yeah.
The steam power plants, or the coal power plants, or the gas power plants, whatever you want to call it, they're the cleanest. Actually, the cleanest source of energy is the old school windmills. Or water mills.
So they don't work at all.
The old school water mills.
Yeah.
Where the stream flows through, drops down,
I know
and spins the wheel, and powers the power without damming up the water. You know.
Yeah, but the problem with that is it would take so many of them just to power a city.
I know.
It would be unfeasible.
That's the reason why we have hydropower.
Yeah. Hydroelectric is one of the lesser invasive versions, but it's still invasive.
I was about to say,
but here's the thing,
it is still pretty invasive, though.
It is pretty invasive, but they have engineered ways around making it as invasive, and one of the big ones was wildlife, fish. They actually, in most of the hydroelectric dams, they have fish tubes, essentially, that filter out the fish, and they push them into little tubes as they go from the high to the low. That was one of the things that they did. Just a lot of little stuff like that makes it not as invasive. Now, having said that, I don't feel like we should build a shit ton more of them. You know what I mean? Like, the ones that are already in place, and the places that are already flooded and turned into reservoirs for dams. I mean, we're not going to unflood them, bitches. Let's go ahead and leave those in operation.
Yeah.
But I think we should go back to coal power. I really do. Coal power has been running our country for hundreds of years. You know what I mean?
Go to wood power.
No, please no.
I was just kidding.
Actually, you know what? Probably the best way, and it's never going to happen. But other countries have actually adopted it, and it works extremely well, which is garbage powered.
Problem with that is that is actually more it's actually dirtier than most plants.
No, I understand that. But here's the thing. It kills two birds with one stone. Just saying. And over in Sweden, I think it's Sweden. It might not be Sweden. There's some country that essentially burns all of their garbage, and they use the burning of the garbage to fire essentially a big vat, which is steam powered, essentially, is what it is. And they figured out a way to filter off the gases that come off of the burning garbage in a way that it's environmentally friendly. And I don't remember exactly which country did it. I just remember seeing about it years ago and seeing that the entire city was run off of it. And I always thought it was a fantastic idea because, like I said, it kills two birds with one stone. It gets rid of our problem, especially here in the United States, that we have of having so much garbage. Like, we are probably one of the heaviest waste using fucking countries Because everything comes wrapped in fucking plastic, and I don't understand why. Why the fuck? Why? Why do we have to wrap everything in plastic? I will never understand why we have to wrap everything in plastic. Like, even things that shouldn't be wrapped in plastic are wrapped in plastic. It's stupid. Even our plastic is wrapped in plastic.
Yeah. Kind of dumb, right?
It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. So if you really want to be environmentally friendly, compost, motherfuckers. Stop throwing your banana peels and shit away and start composting them. And stop wrapping everything in plastic. You know how much carbon emission that we could get rid of if we stopped using plastic altogether?
A lot.
A shit ton. So, you can actually make a biodegradable plastic from hemp. They've proven it. I don't know why we haven't started doing that. Why haven't we started getting rid of all the petroleum-based plastic, started making biodegradable hemp plastic, and started packaging our shit in that? Why? Why have we not done that?
I don't know.
I don't understand. I mean, I fully understand. I know why. But the reason is stupid, and it annoys me. I know exactly why. And you know why too if you really think about it. Sorry about said rant. Sometimes this happens.
I'm aware. You act like I haven't been around in forever.
Well, I was apologizing to the stream more than anything. Not you. I don't give a fuck about you.
Deserve that.
It's like, I don't give a fuck that you rant. You don't give a fuck that I rant. It doesn't matter. We just have random rants. Dumb shit. And we can't really fix. More bitching than anything else. One of these days, I'm gonna make one. One day I will make a Damascus billet. Make something out of Damascus. One day. I found out something that I didn't know.
What is that?
So I was exploring more into blacksmithing, and actually, the steel used to forge katanas is not Damascus.
Nope.
I did not know that, did you? Most people associate the katana with Damascus steel.
It is not.
It is not.
Damascus steel
It is not
is
Damascus
actually
steel.
more correlated with Middle Eastern scimitars.
Oh. So it's the same process, but it's not called Damascus steel.
Isn't it called
Same idea,
folding,
but different.
Isn't it called folding, or what is it called?
No, it translates to jewel steel. Is what the translation is. I don't remember the Japanese name for it, but it translates to jewel steel. Very similar process, but it's not Damascus. They believe that Damascus steel came from the Damascus region very long time ago. And I think actually Damascus steel is even older than katana, the jewel steel.
Interesting.
But it's the same idea.
I don't know how well this is about to work out, but I have a feeling I'm about to screw up really badly.
Well, don't do that. But yes, I did not know that. Everyone associates the katana with Damascus steel. It is not. Some random information that Google taught me.
these are activated. I'm gonna feel really dumb if
I
they're not.
also learned that the pumpkins that we think of as a pumpkin is not a pumpkin. It's a pumpkin, but it's specifically bred to look pretty for Halloween.
Yes.
The original pumpkins actually tasted good. And you can still get the heirloom style pumpkins that still have flavor to them. But the pumpkins that we think of, the big orange blobby things, those were specifically bred to be ornamental. I did not know this. Learning all kinds of random.
Did you know that you can still eat the pumpkin seeds out of it?
Yeah, you can. You can actually still eat the ornamental pumpkins, they just don't taste very good.
Hell, wow.
I also discovered, do you know what the oldest form of alcohol is?
Nope, but you're about to tell me. It's probably mead.
It is mead.
Yeah, see? Actually, my wife was telling me about that.
Yeah. Mead is the simplest and the oldest form of alcohol. And then it's closely followed by wine and beer.
Interesting.
Yeah, wine, I believe, was before beer. Don't quote me on that one, but actually beer and bread, they not 100% sure which one happened first. They think it was beer. They don't know for sure, as far as I know. Some historians say bread came first, some say mead came first. Or not mead, beer. But because the process is very similar, they're not sure which one is first. Not really. So yeah, without getting drunk, we wouldn't be able to eat bread. Next time you have a bite of bread, think of beer drinker. I don't know, I like cool facts like that. I think it's fun and entertaining.
I have got to figure out. That's 540. I have 7,000 liquid fuel. I need 1,025. Looks like you're getting used.
Here's my question, though. I want to know who is hungry enough to look at oysters and go, I bet you there's something good in that rock. I want to figure out that those were edible. You have to be really hungry to look inside of an oyster. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy, isn't it?
I mean, if you think about it, who the hell was hungry enough to eat the first lobster? Or the first crab? Neither one of those look appetizing. Of course, granted, who is crazy enough to look at a cow
And decide I want to drink
after
that
it?
milk.
Yes.
Who was the first person to ride a bull? He'd be worth meeting, but the second? No, probably not.
Here's my question, and I know that this is a really stupid random question. Why is it okay to milk a cow, but it's not okay to milk anything else and drink its milk? Other than goats.
I don't know, man.
I mean, not saying that I want to drink anything else's milk. That's not where I'm going with that. But, like, there's a shit ton of other animals that make milk. Why did we decide that cow milk is the one that we should drink and no other milk, really?
Don't know, man.
Why did that become the norm? These are those stupid questions that you think about sometimes.
I've had a lot of stupid questions
Like,
thought about, but none of them were that.
Like, I mean, if you think about it, goats make milk. People do drink goat's milk. Dogs make milk. When was the last time you heard of somebody drinking dog milk? You know, most mammals make milk to feed to their young. I think pigs make milk too, don't they? Ain't nobody eating pig milk or drinking pig milk. We're not trying to make fucking butter out of pig milk. Shit. Who was the first one to figure out that you could make cheese out of butter? Or cheese out of milk? How fucking hungry do you have to be trying to be like, that milk looks delicious, but I know it's not gonna last very long. Let's figure out how to make it into a solid. How hungry do you have to be to want to make milk into a solid? I mean, it's fucking delicious. I'm not knocking cheese. Like, how the fuck did they figure that shit out?
I don't know, man.
Like, some things are pretty simple. Mead was probably an accident.
I don't know. Was mead an
Mead,
accident?
I feel like it was.
I don't know, man.
I feel like mead was one of those son of a bitch I'm in moments. Here's what I see what happened with mead. Mead is pretty simple. Mead is just fucking honey and water and time. That's all it is. I feel like somebody collected their honey for the year. That's what I feel like happened. I feel like there was like a big fucking whiskey barrel of honey somewhere, right? And they collected like half of it. Okay? And they left it out, and they were thinking that it was watertight. And it was not. And it got rained on, and it got water in there. And they didn't know, because it was wintertime, and they didn't need sweetness just yet. And I feel like when they went to go get it, it was alcohol. And they were like, well, I still need my honey. So they pulled out some of the clumpy stuff. They attempted to eat the honey and drank the stuff and got drunk and realized that that is an alcoholic beverage. I feel like that's how mead was made. That I understand. Totally get that
Probably
one.
true.
I could see that being an accident happening. But I don't see how you accidentally drink cow milk.
You don't.
Like, I don't understand how that one happened. I don't understand how we got to that conclusion.
I don't know.
Just like eggs. How do we find out eggs are good?
Yeah. I got one for you. How do we know that we can eat honey?
That's a good question.
How did someone decide, oh, honey's good, and then go, oh, this meat is good too?
I don't know.
Who decided that bee poop would be something they wanted to try and eat?
I don't know.
It's a good question, right? It's a good one.
I feel like that one was in that realm of hunter-gatherer. We were just eating stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, there had to be a period in time when we were all still relatively new and didn't know what the fuck to eat, where we were just eating everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, the first humans were probably some nasty motherfuckers. Like, they probably ate a little bit of everything. And probably some of them died trying to eat some things. They probably just, like, stuck a little bit of it in their mouth and like, oh, this tastes good. And then the other one was like, yeah, you should probably wait a couple hours and make sure you don't have the shits. I feel like that's how they determine if they should continue to eat things or not.
I wonder who
What's that?
Who figured out that, like, what is it? Who decided, I'm gonna cut open this plant and it's gooey, let me stick it on a burn? Aloe?
That one, yeah, that's a good one. Actually, I think that one probably derived of trees. I feel like that one was an accident. That one I could see happening.
You know what I wonder? Who started the rumor that peeing on jellyfish stings makes it feel better?
That one's actually true. That has ammonia
Nope.
in your urine.
It's not true, actually. Believe it or not, it's a myth. It has been busted
Well,
multiple times. It is a myth.
I don't know. But supposedly, the thing is, it's supposed to have pneumonia in it. Or ammonia, whatever it is. It's supposed to help and stop the stinging, essentially. I don't know.
Oh, I get the science behind it, but like, it it's been disproven and then proven and then disproven.
And then it'll be proven again, and then it'll be disproven again. No one fucking knows.
Exactly.
Like, certain things I can understand. Like, you're talking about the aloe vera. I get how that one probably happened. Here's how I see that one happening. That happened because of tree sap. So, I feel like we found out the tree sap was sticky pretty early on, because it was one of the first glues, okay? And that's what we were using to glue rocks to sticks, right? And I feel like we were just cutting shit open, trying to see what the fuck was in it. And someone was trying to use aloe vera as glue. It was shitty glue. They had some on their hand and they burnt themselves and they realized it helped. That one I can see happening.
Okay.
I can see how that accidentally happened. But some stuff I can't. Like I said, the milk thing is one of those ones.
I want to trade gold for that bread.
Yeah, I don't know. They're an idiot. I would have kept the bread.
But you get what I'm saying. Who was the first person to decide this is a coin and it's valuable?
Well, money only has value because we say it does. I mean, that's pretty... That was a lot later on.
But you get what I'm saying. Who came up with that idea?
No. I don't know. And I did actually, if I remember correctly, the milk thing, now that I'm thinking about it, it was it was a Norwegian thing. So I mean that makes sense. They didn't have a whole lot of food. They didn't have a whole lot of stuff that grew, or Danish. If I remember correctly, Norwegian, Danish, somewhere in there. The Vikings discovered milk. So that one kind of makes sense because they were just trying to eat anything and everything they could to stay alive. I mean, what ancient people weren't. But I mean, how many people died trying to eat things to try and figure out if we could eat them or not? You know what I mean? You really think about it, like, how many people died trying plants that were poisonous? You know what I'm saying? The knowledge that we have today to try and figure out what kind of foods that we could eat and what kind that we couldn't eat.
And people still can't figure
And
that
as it turns
shit
out,
like,
no.
people are still like, oh,
I know.
should I eat this guava fruit? Probably not. Is this avocado good for you? Yeah, it's the good type of fat, but it has fat in it. But it's the good type. Like,
Well, I don't mean like that, man. I'm talking about, like, should I eat this mushroom or is it gonna kill me?
right. But like people nowadays still can't figure out
Oh, I know.
if it's on
I know.
gluten-free bread. The
Yeah,
fuck
that
is
doesn't work.
that shit?
Probably potato bread. Probably all it is. Isn't gluten a byproduct of making any kind of bread, though?
I thought gluten was a byproduct of any type of starch.
I don't know. I don't exactly know what the fuck gluten is. I just assumed that it was part of the bread making process. I don't fucking
What
know.
is gluten?
Here's what I found.
Group of seed storage proteins found in cereal grains, although strictly gluten pertains only wheat proteins in medical literature.
So in other words, anything that has wheat in
Naturally
it
occurring
is
in
gluten.
all like right in the middle of something. Naturally occurring in all grains. Oh man, lost it.
So in other words, if you eat any kind of grain, you're eating gluten, basically.
Pretty much.
So theoretically, you can have gluten-free bread. You just have to use root crops. So potato bread
Pretty much. Yeah.
would be
Yeah. Pretty
what
much.
you could eat. Okay. Um, yeah.
Sounds like a terrible existence.
Yeah, it does. Here's my question, and this is complete curiosity. I kind of feel like gluten allergies are a little bit overly stated as to how severe they are.
Agree.
Like, some people have them. Some people, I will say
Just like
this.
some people are allergic to the
My,
sun.
yeah, my uncle, he has it really, really bad. Like, if he eats gluten, he just about dies. Like, he has to eat quite a bit of it. But he is very, very sick for weeks. Okay? He is the only person, though, that I have ever seen that has that severe of a reaction to it. Everyone else I've ever seen that says that they have a gluten allergy, they eat gluten all the time. They just don't know they're eating gluten.
I agree. I agree. I think
Like,
that it's a fad.
I feel like it is a thing. Okay, I'm not going to say that it's not a legitimate
But I
allergy.
think that it is a.
I'm not going
I
to say
think
that.
it's a fad. I'm not saying that. It's,
I think a lot of people don't actually fucking have it. They just like to say they have it. Like you said, it's fad.
it's a fad.
I agree. I think it's a legitimate allergy, but I think like 90% of people that say that they have a gluten allergy are full of shit. Because I've seen what a real gluten allergy looks like, and that shit is like death. It's like somebody having to use a motherfucking EpiPen. Bad. When it does happen.
That's,
You know what I'm
that's any
saying?
type of allergy, right? So for me, I'm allergic to cats. You come up to me with a pussy cat, I'll probably slap it out of your hands. And then my hand will swell. Like, I'm allergic to cats. Now,
But
a
here's
lot of people
my thing,
lot of
though.
people
Go ahead.
don't necessarily believe that I'm allergic to cats because I am able to be in a room with them. I am able to pet them and stuff. I was just joking about my hand swelling up after slapping it out of your hands. I can be around it. Now, granted, I'll start sneezing, my lungs will start to close up, and that's when it's time to go.
So you're allergic, but you're not severely allergic.
Exactly. And I think
Basically.
a lot of people are like, "Oh, I'm allergic to it," but like they've never felt that feeling of, "Oh, my throat is closing now. Okay, good night, people."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I know. But here was where I was going with the gluten allergy, okay? We have been consuming gluten as
100
a
years, hundreds,
society more than that.
thousands of years.
Yeah,
Like,
thousands of years. Thousands of years. Why is it all of a sudden that these allergies are happening? And I don't think that it's the gluten that people are allergic to. I think it's something they're putting in our fucking food that they're allergic to.
processing.
I think it's some kind of additive. Yeah, I legitimately think it's an additive that they're adding that people are allergic to. I don't think it's the gluten.
That was kind of random. My
Um,
computer just decided it wanted to make a boo noise for no reason at all. Like, there was no message on the screen.
Government's listening.
Yeah,
Government's
government
listening.
knows we're on to something.
Probably. Yeah. But, I mean, legitimately, we have never lived in a time in our history where our food is more processed than it is right now. I promise you, you cannot go to the grocery store and buy something that isn't ridiculously overprocessed unless you go to like a farmer's market.
I mean, you'll spend an extra $1.50 to $2 depending on what it is in the vegetable section. But even the organic stuff, literally all FDA requires for it to be organic is no pesticides used for the last 6 months.
Mm-hmm. So, look, farmers have figured out that they can do all kinds of crazy shit to their fruit to make it look more appealing and to last longer. So they do. You know what I mean? They make more money that way. Totally not mad at them for that. But I don't know how safe it is to consume some of those products. You know what I mean?
Hey, I mean, as long as I got something to eat and I live to be at least a decent age, I'm okay with it.
But my point being that all of our food isn't food anymore. It's just processed crap now. You know, most of the stuff that we eat, unless we go to the vegetable aisle specifically, okay?
Oh, I eat a lot of processed garbage for no reason. 100%. Like, I already know
I mean,
that.
and I'm not talking shit.
No, we
dude,
all do.
It's
You do,
so
I do.
So the processed food is designed to trick your brain. You understand that, right? It's fully crap. And it is fully designed to taste better than anything you can find in nature because they want you to continue to buy it. Like, they legitimately put time and research in to make it taste good so that you continue to buy it, no matter what the nutritional value is. And that's most food that you buy outside of the fruits and vegetable section of your grocery store. And obviously meat, because they can't really genetically modify, well, they can, but it's not as bad. So if you go and you're buying, let's say, Hamburger Helper, those motherfucking noodles and spices and that shit are so ridiculously processed because they want it to taste good and they want you to come back and buy it again. You know, that candy bar is very processed. Your chimichangas and shit that most people buy, I don't know if you specifically do, but most people that like that kind of stuff that they buy, those are ridiculously processed. You know, everything that you buy in the grocery store that isn't pretty much fruits and vegetables or meat that's pre-made is designed to specifically attack certain parts of your taste buds to trick your brain into thinking that these chemicals are filling your body when really you're getting fat, but you're getting sick and starving. That's why your body overeats. So, like, I can get 2,000 to 3,000 calories out of this candy bar, but not be full and not have any nutritional value. So my body is still starving even though my stomach is full. But my mind is still telling me that I'm still hungry, so I will continue to eat said candy bar. It tricks your brain in that way so that you buy more and consume more. And they're genetically designed to do that. All that stuff is. Crazy shit. Or I'm just a nut job.
You're starting
Don't listen to me, I'm just crazy.
You're starting to really sound like my mom, man. Yeah, stop smoking whatever you're smoking.
It's...
Just kidding.
I'm not smoking anything.
Just
It's all
kidding.
legitimately... They've legitimately proven all of that, though. I know you are, but I'm just saying that they legitimately have proven everything that I just told you. They have gone through the science. And it's out there. You just have to find it. It's very hidden, though. Now, I'm not telling you to change your lifestyle because you're an adult and you're going to do what you want to do.
Hell yeah, I am.
And quite frankly, your health is not my concern.
America, fuck yeah. Freedom.
I like you as exactly. I like you as a friend, and we're in a consumer-based market. I fully understand that.
Hey, could you imagine a world
But the
without
thing that
potato
is,
chips, though?
I mean, potato chips, depending on what they are, they're not terrible for you.
They're still overly processed.
Depending on the type. I mean, they are.
Doesn't change the fact
You
that
can make them at home and they're
doesn't
not
change
bad.
the fact that
They're tasty.
Can
They taste good.
would you be able to live in a world without potato chips, though? God, no.
I don't really eat that many potato chips.
I love potato
honestly.
chips, man. That's like the bane of my existence. Give me a bag of potato chips, I'll do just about anything.
I'm just going to tell you the truth. In the last year or so, I've been doing a lot more of my own cooking. And most of the stuff that I cooked with is fruits and vegetables and shit tons of garlic and onion. That's been really heavy in my diet. So I haven't really eaten junk food probably 6 or 7 months.
That's cool, man.
And it's not really like I didn't set out to do it. Like, I'm not on a diet or anything. Like, I'm not...
It just kind of happened?
You know
It's
what I'm
okay.
saying? Yeah, it just kind of
I used to eat
happened.
out every day, once or twice a day, and now I eat out maybe like once every 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I used to eat out at Whataburger specifically because I love
Oh, what a
Whataburger.
burger will
Fuck
get
yeah.
me in freaking trouble, man. We
Oh
used to
my
go to
God.
Florida.
Yes.
They had a Whataburger on
You already
every
know.
freaking street corner.
But anyway, I used to eat there 2 or 3 times a week, and I don't think I've had Whataburger in over 3 months. Why not? 3 or 4 months?
I'd be in that bitch every day.
But here's the thing, man. Like I said, it just kind of happened. I just started cooking at the house, and I'm just gonna tell you the truth. Now, when I go out to
It
eat,
tastes like garbage.
I just don't. Yes, it does. It tastes like crap.
I found that out this
You
morning
know?
whenever I went to go get a McDonald's Big Mac. I had been craving a
Yeah,
Big Mac
tastes like
for
crap.
whatever reason, and it tasted like garbage.
Tastes like crap. Yeah.
The
The only
fries
thing
were
that still tastes
garbage.
good.
Like even the McDonald's fries, I used to love McDonald's fries. Tasted like garbage.
I never liked McDonald's fries. I never liked McDonald's fries. Burger King always had better fries.
They always did. Yes, that is true. Burger King fries are the bomb.
But no, man, ever since I started kind of cooking for myself and making more food for myself, it just, I don't know. I just don't really like processed food that much. Now, I still have some, like every once in a while I'll still get one of the take-home pizzas. And it's not like I don't eat bread. I still eat bread. Actually, I changed to sourdough bread because I really like fucking sourdough bread. It's really good. I don't know if you're a fan or not, or if you've had
Sourdough
it.
bread is
It's
amazing.
amazing. It is amazing.
Dude, I'm doing
But
an extreme juggling act right now in this game, trying to get this damn space station out of Earth's orbit, and it's hardcore just wanting to stay there, and it's just driving me up a wall. Not to change topic.
But yeah. No, you're good.
Love this Dr. Pepper.
Yeah,
though.
man, I highly recommend.
You know what though? McDonald's soda, still the best soda.
I don't know. I don't really drink soda anymore, so.
Well, McDonald's paid the Coke company to give a different recipe to them so that theirs tastes better.
I don't know.
True fact.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't really care. Like I said, man, I had my first one in months today, and I didn't really enjoy it. It's not something that I want to. I don't know. It is weird though because every once in a while, and I've got some of them now, and I used to. Okay, so used to those little bitty candy bars, not the big candy bars, but the ones in the little packets.
Yeah, the bite
Ones
size.
that are little individually wrapped
The
small
bite-sized
ones.
ones?
Yes. I used to sit down and eat a whole pack of those in a sitting.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Because they're tiny,
yeah.
and like,
I used to do that too.
yeah, like 8 or 9 of them is like a regular size candy bar. So literally, the one pack is like a regular size candy bar, pretty much.
Nah,
You know,
lied to
so-
yourself.
They come in packets of 12. There's 6. That's 2 candy bars. There's 6 squares in one Hershey bar. There's 3 squares apiece in the individual ones. So 3, 6, 9, 12. So that would make 2 candy bars in a pack.
Yeah, I was about to say, because whenever I get those bite-sized Snickers, looks like about 4 of those would be a candy bar. Or maybe 5. Yeah, no.
Anyway, but I'll sit down. I used
digress.
to sit down and eat an entire. Anyway, I used to sit down and eat a whole pack of those, and it wasn't a big deal. Now I've gotten to where they stay around, and they'll be around 3 or 4 months, and every once in a while I'll walk by them and see one and snag 2 or 3, and I'll eat 2 or 3, and then I won't want any more for like a month.
I'm really bad about Reese's.
And just those 2, yeah, just those 2 or 3, man, are so much sugar that I don't even know what to do with all of it. You know what I mean? Like I'm just, oh my god.
The Reese's peanut butter cups are what kills me, man.
Legitimately, I have been eating a shit ton of salmon. I love salmon. Salmon is so good. Salmon is the shit.
Alright.
I know. Being from the south, you're not a big salmon fan. I know.
No, I don't
But I
eat fish in
figured.
general, by the way.
What? How do you not like fish? Fish is amazing.
Not a fish guy. Don't know why. Never really had a taste for it. I've tried many different types of fish. I've tried tilapia, I've tried salmon, I've tried catfish,
Oh
tried,
god, tilapia is
tried
disgusting.
bass, I've tried trout, I've tried
Trout's not bad.
frickin'
Everyone
while I
has their thing, I
while I
guess.
was in Australia, I tried exotic fish, and I don't know, man. I didn't like it.
Well, to each their own, man. But I've been eating a lot of salmon lately. I don't know. I really didn't like fish either until I moved to Alaska. And what got me started eating fish was because I liked fishing. I don't know if you like fishing itself, but I really enjoyed fishing.
I can't stand it,
And
honestly. I'd rather do recreational stuff.
I don't know, fishing's a little different up north. We used to combat fish, so I don't know. But I really enjoyed the fishing part. So it was outside. I was spending time, because I was a kid at the time, I was spending time with my dad. Just being outside, and that's what he liked to do, so we went fishing, you know?
Yeah.
And so
I mean, I have
that's what we did when we would
I
catch
have
'em.
fond memories of going fishing with my dad in his boat, and him lying to me and telling me that if you talk real loud, the fish will get scared away. You know, the normal
well, yeah. I mean,
normal son and dad hanging out fishing stuff
thing, but
like, you know, it is.
as an adult, you just don't enjoy it.
No,
Well, it happens.
I don't.
I don't know. I still like fishing. I've gotten to where I don't like southern fish, though. I know that's weird because I live in the south, but I don't. Everyone around here loves those catfish and they love
Catfish
bass.
is the most disgusting bottom-feeding fish
Yes.
I have ever eaten.
Yep.
It is.
Catfish
it
is
almost
disgusting.
as bad as eating one of those frickin' sucker fishes off the side of a damn fish tank.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Everyone around here goes crazy for catfish. And look, man, if
I mean, I can
if
at
the
least
zombie apocalypse happens tomorrow,
I can at least understand bass.
I don't even like bass.
Like, I'm okay. Like,
To me, it's not
I
that good.
understand bass. I get the premise of bass. It's not a bottom feeder per se, but like catfish, I do not understand. I do not understand it.
I don't either. Like I said, I've eaten it, and a lot of people around here love them. It's just like crawdads. I do not eat crawdads. That is disgusting.
Crawfish bowl.
I do not do crawfish.
I know. Crawdaddies.
Crawfish are. Ugh.
Crawdaddies with the eyes looking
I'm
at
good. The funny thing, though, is I love shrimp and I love lobster. And I love crab. But I do not like crawfish. They're disgusting.
you. I have got to be hitting this thing soon. Like, Jesus. Oh, there it is. I was about to say.
But no, man, it's weird because I don't like southern fish. They just don't taste good. Said what I said. The fish that I really enjoy, I love halibut, and I know that they're a bottom feeder, but they actually taste really good. I don't know if you've ever had halibut. It has no real flavor to it.
I may or may not have.
Halibut,
I may or
pretty.
may not have had halibut. I don't know.
So I'm just gonna tell you the truth. Halibut really doesn't have a flavor to it. It just tastes like whatever you make it in. So like if you deep fry it and add salt and ketchup, it pretty much just tastes like salt and ketchup. It tastes like you're eating meat covered in salt and ketchup and beer batter. It has no real flavor of its own. It's kind of like cod. Cod doesn't really have a flavor as far as like a fish flavor. It just tastes like meat.
Hold on 1 second.
And you might like those.
Hold on 1 second. What was I doing? I frickin' forgot what I was doing.
Oh.
That's what I was doing.
Oh. I'm sure you've had fish and chips before. Have you? Have you had fish and chips?
No, I have not.
You have homework. Try some fish and chips. You like deep fried stuff, don't you?
Not particularly. I don't know. I'm just kind of weird, man. I love deep fried stuff, but like
Hot.
deep fried, deep fried fish, not a fan. I mean, like even like microwave fish sticks is kind of like meh.
Nobody likes microwave fish sticks. That's disgusting.
I've tried fish and chips.
Okay.
Like, I tried it while I was in.
That's
I
fine.
tried it while I was in Australia. Like, I tried a bunch of different types because of the freaking menu. Every damn time, anywhere we went in Australia during my student ambassador program was, you can have fish, or fish, or fish, and then the occasional like it'll be fish or chicken.
Or kangaroo.
No, no kangaroo.
No roux. Would you eat some roux?
I would.
Yeah, me and Pugsley had a nice little conversation about what kangaroo tastes like.
Without actually.
He said it was good.
Without actually knowing what it tastes like.
No, he knows what it tastes like. He went to school to be a chef. That was part of his thing, as they brought in some kangaroo for them to try.
Weird.
I mean, we've all eaten weird stuff.
Yes, we have.
It's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten.
I don't know. Alligators up there, possums up there.
Alligator's not
I've
weird.
eaten a lot of weird shit. To most people, alligator's pretty freaking weird, man.
I like shark. Shark is good. I know, you're not a fish fan. Squirrel. Squirrel is good. Squirrel tastes like chicken. I really haven't eaten that much weird stuff.
Why is it?
But you have eaten some
Why
things
is it that
you
I
haven't eaten,
can't?
though.
I can't freaking, for whatever reason, for the life of me, get hooked onto this damn docking port.
I don't know. Have you ever had reindeer?
Oh, finally. Set that as target.
Yeah. Have you ever tried reindeer?
Hold on. Talking about a mule deer?
No, reindeer. It's caribou. Domesticated caribou. That's right, I ate one of Santa's reindeer. Happens. And it was fucking tasty. See, I've eaten some weird shit too, alright?
I think we've all eaten some weird shit, man.
There's if you ever visit Alaska, if you ever visit Anchorage, you can go downtown, and they have hot dog vendors, and you can literally get a reindeer dog. Really good. It's literally sausage made from reindeer meat. Which, once again, it's just domesticated caribou. I don't know, I like it a little bit better when it's wild. Wild caribou, to me, has a little bit better flavor. But domesticated reindeer is not bad. And moose, oh my god, moose is good. I like me some moose. And then obviously every Texan worth his salt has had wild pig. Not bad. If you're from anywhere in the South, you've probably had wild boar. I know you've eaten wild boar.
What the flip?
Wait, you mean
Hold on.
haven't you had? Have you?
Hold on, man. I'm like,
Do you have
I'm
Fallout
really
4?
focused right now because I'm having issues. Just give me a second. I'm having tissues for my issues right now. For whatever reason,
Sounds away. Your seconds up.
this game is glitching for me, and I really have to connect this rocket. If I don't connect this rocket,
No shit, it's 2 a.m. man. I
it's
gotta
like
go to bed.
6 minutes.
I just
I'm
realized how
gonna get
late
to
it
bed.
is.
But no, I've not had caribou. I've not had domesticated caribou or anything like that yet. I am up here in the northern tier now, so maybe.
You have to try it. Anyway, man, I hate to do this. I've got to crash out. It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
No, I get it.
I wasn't planning on staying up past 11. So
Well, you know what?
it's your fucking fault.
It's always my freaking fault, man.
It's your fucking fault. Alright, I'm going to bed. Later, bud.
I just realized I never opened my solar panels. Dink. I am a dingus. I made mistakes. Mistakes were made. There we go. Drain that sucker all the way out. Yep. Check that. Check that. Grab all of these. Turn them off. Grab that. Oh, oh, yes. Yes. I did it. We're good. $1.3 million contract complete. Oh my god. I'm proud of that. That's good. That's some good stuff right there. 5 hours later. Okay. That one's the one I need to hop in on. This one's the one that needs my assistance getting back to Kerbal. So. Can't believe it. Okay. 340K. How do I have so much stinking liquid fuel? So much stinking liquid fuel. What's up, Creased Planet? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming into the stream. I appreciate you watching. How are you doing today, bud? Okay. Here we go. Retract those. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought I told it to retract. I am doing great. I just completed a $1.3 million contract for my space station. That just got done. So as of right now, I'm just recovering some of the debris from whenever I launched it in the first place, because most of my rockets I try to recover as many components as possible to save money. All in all, I think I saved something like 50,000 off of a 109,000 rocket. So Some of the stuff you just can't rescue, though, unfortunately. And I think that this might be one of those things. I got enough fuel, never mind. We're good. Hey, you know, this is one of the most complicated games that I have ever tried to learn to play. I'm gonna be honest with you. There is a very steep learning curve. If you watch one of my streams, for the most part, you can pretty much pick up everything that you need to do in order to be good at the game. Especially if you play in career mode. About to SpaceX this. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna let me. Definitely didn't think it was gonna let me. Oh well. Dink. I don't play career mode. I play science. Okay, man, that's fair. Not having to worry about money, it makes the game a bit easier. But I like to worry about the money in the game. As you can tell, I've done 47 streams. It's actually more like 53 streams, but I've done 47 streams on this game throughout this career mode of me just doing stuff like this. Basically, I'm trying to build my network out. That's all I've been doing. So, and I've got a lot of issues because I run into financial problems. You have to do whenever you play in career mode, like I am. I'm playing a normal career mode. You have to worry about the financial aspect of it. It's not worth doing a contract if you can't make money off of it, is basically how it goes. Fell into the sea. Yeah, I mean, it works. If the rocket overheat, you might be trying to go too fast if you're overheating in the atmosphere, or you might be trying to return at too sharp of a trajectory. If you do that, that'll cause you to overheat as well because you'll be passing through the atmosphere too fast. Let's see if I got anything. I don't know if I have anything else that I can recover. I'm pretty low on fuel on the majority of the crafts that I sent out to space. I don't know. I might be able to recover another one just to kind of show you what I'm talking about. Worst case scenario, I'll go look at some satellite contract and do that real quick and show you what I do, or how I do a lot of the stuff. Well, yeah. You can recover. Yes, I want to recover you. Save $2,000. Nice. Every little bit counts. Okay. Where are you? Do you have fuel on you, is the question. We're gonna fly you, see if you have fuel. If it has fuel, I can get it to slowly descend into the atmosphere. If it doesn't have any fuel, I can't do anything with it. I'm just gonna have to destroy it to get rid of the debris. You want to keep your... Okay, so... Give me a minute. Let me see what I can do about this real quick. Let me finish up my mission. And then I'll hop straight into the rocket building. And I'll explain... Oh yeah, I can't do anything with this. Yeah, I can't do anything with this. I have no fuel. That sucks. Debris. Destroy. Give me a minute. I'll hop into the VAB and I'll show you the basics of how to build a rocket, and then I'll hop over into the spaceplane hangar and show you the basics on how to build an airplane. You're in science mode, which means that you are building up your you are having to build up your science and stuff, which means that you are actually having to work through the tech tree. How much of the tech tree do you have unlocked? What that is. I'm gonna fly it and see if it's destroyable. I'm trying to keep all the space debris out of my dang everything because it's just so bad. It gets bad. I'm very cluttered right now as it is, and everything serves a purpose, unfortunately. Oh. Stretch. Oh. Excuse me. So I'm gonna show you what I'm talking. I don't think that this has enough fuel for me to recover it either. Cool, this is destroyable as well. Unfortunately, that's like $3,000 I could have saved had I landed it, but can't always win them. Sometimes you just run out of fuel and you can't do anything with it, so kind of sucks. Okay. Not a whole lot of this that I can deal with right now. Okay, I know what that is. Alright, good. I'm gonna leave the tracking station for a second. I'm not wanting to deal with this anymore. Hate the tracking station. I always have too much crap going on. Alright, here we go. So for you, I don't know what SFS is. I know what KSP is. I don't know what SFS is. Spaceflight Simulator from the phone. The phone one, right? Spaceflight Simulator. It's a three-dimensional version of it, basically, is all KSP is. Oh. Wedgie. Alright, so you, as a basic first starting out, you end up with basic parts like this. I don't even know that you have these parts yet, but where are you? Yeah, so you just kind of end up with parts like these. Pretty basic as far as the science mode goes. Throw a decoupler in there. No. Nope. There we go. Alright, cool. So basically what ends up happening is most people don't understand how to do staging. You get your basic rocket, right? You need your science to collect it because you're in science mode. So I'm just doing this real quick to kind of just show you a basic of the game and how to build a rocket that'll actually work. I wouldn't worry about trying to get to space on your first attempt. You definitely want to build up your science first. So this is not going to get you all the way to space, but is basically going to be one of your first rockets. You're going to want to take, and I mean, you don't have to use fins if you're using a pilot. If you're not using a pilot, you might want to use some fins. I'm just going to put some bigger fins on there because I have them and it makes it nicer. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do fins. I'm going to do these small ones that don't move. Alright, so with the rocket, how it works is you want to have your thrust all the way down at the bottom. You want to have your aerodynamics between your center of gravity and your thrust at all times, even throughout your stages. What's up, Matthew? Welcome to the stream. Welcome back to the stream. So whenever you launch the rocket, what ends up happening is if there's too much aero, which is the blue, up here, it'll cause your rocket to tip over. If at any point you run out of fuel, that tank becomes empty, right? So let's say you got your tank, it's empty, but you have all this fuel on top of it, and you don't break off the stage because you got other stuff. What ends up happening is all the weight on the top tips it, and it flips over, okay? You need to make sure that you always keep your center of gravity in the middle or lower, and you always have to make sure that you keep your aerodynamic forces below your center of gravity. And then your center of thrust is always going to be at the bottom for your rockets, for the most part. I've seen top rockets where the propulsion is kind of on the top pointing down. I use it. I don't. That's normally my final stage when it's in space. But this is like your basic beginner rocket right here. And I'm going to actually switch out the scientist because you get more science if you use a scientist instead of Where the hell? Where's Bob? Where's Bob? I have lost Bob. Where did I put Bob? I'll have to find him later. I'm not worried about it. He's probably dead. Who knows? Anyway, so throw a scientist in there. Okay. And then just launch it. The one thing I didn't show you was the staging. I'll show you that whenever I get into the menu because my camera covers most of it, and I can show you on the left side of the screen instead of right down there where it was. Okay. Do you have any questions so far? I kind of moved through that really quickly. You good? You have any questions there, Creased? I'm just waiting on the dang thing to load. Alright, so cool. Here's your rocket, right? The one thing I didn't teach you about was staging, okay? If you take and you have your staging, how it works is it goes from the bottom up. So it'll go from, oh my god, stupid thing. So it'll go from the bottom to the top. So from there to, from here, rocket launching. If I fly atmosphere. The atmosphere is, you're in it all the time until you reach 70,000 meters on Kerbal. Yeah, you can join my party, Matt. I cannot seem to remember which gamer tag is yours. Please refresh me. Is it Brave? I think it's Brave, isn't it? Yeah, it is Brave. Alright, anyway, so with the rocket itself and the staging, the bottom stage is the first stage, then the next stage, then the next stage. You want to make sure that your staging is proper. So if you click down on the left stick, it gives you the little arrow, and you can go through and click on these tabs. It'll allow you to see everything and so on. If you click on the left stick, you make the arrow disappear. If you hit B, it gives you SAS, but because I have a scientist, it's not going to give me my SAS. You can collect science on the launch pad. You can collect the science in the lower atmosphere and in the upper atmosphere. As you can see, I've already collected all this science, so I don't have any science to really gain from this. But you've got all that science, right? That's your basics, your very beginning sciences. You can actually go into the command pod and do a crew report. And then another thing that you can do to get more science is hit AVA over here in the corner, and then click X over top of your little Kerbal right here, and that will pull up this, and you can go in and do an EVA report, and you can go in and do it again and select a surface sample. And it's just extra things that you can do to get science. See, I haven't taken a surface sample from here, so there you go. I have a surface sample now. And then you can board back into it. And one of the key things whenever you're flying your rocket is that you don't ever want to go straight up and straight back down. If you go straight up and straight back down, what's going to end up happening is, especially if you go out of the atmosphere, whenever you come back, you're going to go through the atmosphere too fast for the aero forces to slow your craft. So what you want to do is you want to end up going, oh God, why? Why did that just happen? My game just glitched out. I hate it when that happens. Alright, hold on. I'm not going to bother collecting all the science again. I know which science I got to collect. My game glitched out. So annoying. I hate it when that happens. God, freaking A. Kerbal Space Program is still very glitchy on the Xbox. More so mine because my Xbox is the OG Xbox One, so it likes to break very, very quickly. Like, I don't even have targeting data. You guys have targeting data. I have to go at it a different way in order to rendezvous two crafts around a planet. I don't get to have the niceties that you guys have where you have a box surrounding everything and it just kind of lets you know where it's at in space. I don't have that because my game crashed and it just absolutely destroyed the targeting data on the game and it just doesn't work. All right, let's try this again now that it's done being stupid. All right. There's that. And there's that. And then we're going to go in here. And there we go. See, it's not glitched out this time. Boom. You launch the rocket. And what you want to do is you just want to like slowly angle it over in some direction. Because you don't want to go straight up and straight down. Slowly angling it. It's just kind of taking forever to get there. But, so now I am really high in the air. I'm in the upper atmosphere now. As you can tell by the top up here, it tells me where I'm at. Upper atmosphere starts at this dark blue. The lower atmosphere starts in these two colors of blue. So now I have no aero forces working on the actual fins. So I'm going to end up popping. And then I'm just going to let it go. Fast forward. I think I might make it out of the atmosphere. I did make it out of the atmosphere. Boom, there you go. First trip out of the atmosphere, and then you'll see how this works whenever it comes back into the atmosphere, because it's really, really just bad. Okay, there we go. So I'm already coming in at 800 meters a second, which is terrible. I am pretty much going straight up and down at this point to the ground. I don't think that the pod is going to explode, but it'll get pretty freaking close. I don't even think it's going to slow down enough. It might. It is a lot lighter than having the booster attached to it. So there's that. There you go. Well, that's good. I'm glad that you can figure out games pretty quickly. So with the parachute, deploy the parachute whenever it turns white or whenever it's yellow. You want to be careful whenever you deploy it whenever it's yellow, because that means that the aero forces are still really strong and can break the parachute. If you break the parachute, it's going to hit the ground and explode. It's just what's going to happen. But there you go. That's kind of like a quick rocket tutorial for you. Like, I don't really know what else you would like to I don't know how to stop spinning. So if you use a pilot and you press B, it'll turn on this little SAS right here, and if it turns that on, it'll keep your rocket from spinning. It'll help with that a lot. Okay, that SAS is your best friend, this right here. But because I don't have a pilot, I can't turn it on. Yeah. Do you want me to show you how to build a basic airplane? There's more aspects to the game than just the rocket, so. Oh, my game crashed. Maybe it'll fix my targeting data. I hope it fixes my targeting data. I had it crash one time so bad it corrupted half my files. That was annoying.
That sounds like it.
Yeah, it was terrible, Brave. It was absolutely terrible.
Wow.
I hope I get my targeting data back. I miss my targeting data. So you have to use an air engine, an air intake engine. I'll show you whenever I get in there. Whenever I get back in the game, I'll show you. Squad. Do 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 do.
Golly.
Wow, I really hate my Xbox. I want a new one really bad. I want an Xbox Series X so bad.
Ooh, Series X.
I think I'd be happy with a Series S at this point, to be honest. What is DCS World? I've met a lot.
Yeah, what is DC?
I have seen a lot of games, and none of them have paled in comparison to the complexity of Kerbal Space Program. And Kerbal Space Program has no tutorial on how to do anything unless you go to YouTube. The game itself literally sets you up for failure from the beginning. I don't know of any games that are more complicated than KSP.
Oh.
To learn the shortcuts. Yeah. I would say that Kerbal Space Program is worse as far as the shortcuts go. I've never even played DCS, and I'm pretty sure that this game has worse shortcuts, or it's harder to learn the shortcuts. Buddy once told me the world was gonna... No? He said some, right? I heard some. That's what he said, right?
What, my brother?
Yeah.
My brother? I have no idea. He's singing so many songs.
Oh.
Not even for the fun of it. Trying to... Friends, you know, friends.
Oh man, I'm tired. It is 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, same.
2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, it's 3 for me. Oh, it's 2.
Conversation got boring. Okay, what rocket is that? I'm gonna recover you.
Dance with me
need
in my
you.
bed.
Okay, good. Okay, so spaceplane hangar. Oh, you're on the other side of the planet then there, Crease. And 10 o'clock, it's like, what, Netherlands? Turkey, Spain, Germany. No, it's not Spain. Spain's a little closer. The UK's 7 hours ahead of me. I put them at 9. I'm thinking you're in like the Netherlands or like Belgium, Germany. I don't think you're in the UK. I don't know, I could be wrong. I don't know if the UK is split into 2 different time zones. Slovakia? Nice! So random. I had someone watching from Indonesia on the last stream.
Oh yeah.
You remember that. Yeah. Alright.
Yeah.
So, space planes. Real simple. I don't really feel like building it. Give me a second. Don't save. Wow, I don't remember building all of these, to be honest. There's a lot of crap I put in here.
Wow.
I remember that. Oh god. That's what happens whenever it's been 6 months since you played the game. Played the save that you're on. Okay, let's pick the fighter jet. Alright, so here we go. Now I can explain everything. So the key thing with aircraft, right, is that...
Ooh, that looks really cool.
Thank you. Is that you have to have air intakes. Okay, they're literally called air intakes. You go into the aerodynamics. You go in here. There's an air intake, adjustable ramp intake. There's another intake. There's another intake. There's another intake. There's another intake. So you want to make sure that you have air intakes. Okay, that's one thing. The other thing is that the engine that you find needs to say, right there, turbojet. Jet engine. See it? Basic jet engine. Turbofan engine. If you look at it, it says, if you hit X, it says that it requires air, intake air and liquid fuel. Can't move the arrow over there, unfortunately. Really annoying, but like if you look at like right about there on the list, like right about there on the list, says air intake and liquid fuel. This one it says air intake, liquid fuel. This one it says intake air and liquid fuel. This one does not. This one says oxidizer and liquid fuel. Solid fuel, sorry. That one says solid fuel. This one says liquid oxidizer and or liquid fuel and oxidizer. So those are like key things there that you need to look for in the differences in the engines is the fuel source. So I'm using this engine on there, which honestly I'm gonna switch it to these because these are cooler. These engines are so much cooler. There we go. Alright. So now I'm gonna do one more thing. That. Now I go. I haven't updated this plane. I'm updating it. Just give me a second. airplane needed an update. Something fierce. Okay. That's better. Now I need to put a better wheel on the front. So, anyway, fighter jet. So one of my faves. Need to get rid of the doubles. Rotate this sucker just right there. Move this sucker. Then okay, go ahead and change these wheels. Steering off. There we go. Alright, so now that I've updated my fighter jet, so key things with the fighter jet. Your thrust, it doesn't really matter where it's at as long as it is not above the center line here where the center of gravity and center of lift are. If you put it above, what it's going to do is it's going to push the aircraft down. If you put it below or in line, it will push it up or straight. Your center of lift needs to be slightly behind your center of gravity in order to keep it from doing one of these. Okay? Once again, if your center of thrust is too high, what ends up happening is it pushes it down. If your center of thrust is too low, it'll push it up. Okay? If your center of gravity is too far to the left or the right, it'll cause the plane to just cant over in space. Okay? Or while it's flying. I like to set my roll control surfaces. I like to set these to roll only. You uncheck those and it'll set it to roll. In the back, I like to set this one to pitch only. And then these top ones are yaw only. And what it does is it causes each one of those panels to have their own specific function, as if you were like flying an airplane in GTA. I don't like gimbal, so I'm going to get rid of the gimbal on these. All the gimbal does is make the engine turn itself, whatever direction. Alright. Really like this aircraft. I'm a scientist. Alright. So, save that. Launch it. Now I'm going to show you what it flies like. I have faith that this airplane is gonna fly. I haven't flown it in a while, and I just updated it. So it may just decide it wants to go boom, and all of my laws that I go by don't work out. I mean, sometimes that happens. It's really annoying, but sometimes it does happen. But what should end up happening is I should be able to take off and land no problem, because it's following all of the laws of physics, and this game is kind of based on physics, unless the Kraken decides it wants to come in and just throw everything everywhere. Brave, are you there?
Yeah, I'm just eating.
Okay.
I'm eating popcorn, so it's
So there's my fighter
loud,
jet.
so I just muted.
As you can see, it all works good. X is the brake. LB and X makes the wheels fold up. So yeah. SAS. That was the thing I was talking about, where it keeps your airplanes and stuff like that under control. So now, without further ado, let's take this sucker for a flight. like I said, as long as you follow those basic laws of physics, the aircraft will do what you tell it to do. If you hold down on the left bumper and push up and down on the D-pad, you can control the throttle. See it there on the right-hand side of the cockpit? Whenever you are in this view, it'll show right here. If I go in here and change these to gimbal, because I know I told you I was going to turn gimbal off. If I turn these to gimbal, what ends up happening is the engines actually turn with the aircraft as well. Uh-oh. I hit that sucker way too hard. That's what I get for flying in the cockpit. I like trying to challenge myself to try and land in the cockpit. It doesn't work out half the time. I'm terrible at flying in cockpit view. Yeah, oof. Do you have any other questions for me there, Planet? Oh, I slam only whenever I'm in cockpit for the most part. I am very good at landing from the outside of the aircraft. It's only inside of the aircraft that I have issues. I'm gonna try and land from in the cockpit again. I'm just gonna line it up a little bit better this time. There we go. There we go. There we go.
Hey, ramen knows to what? Hey,
Oh,
ramen
shoot.
was- I got enough.
Oh god. Ran out of runway. Alright, man. Talk with you later. You have a good one, bud.
Oh, shoot. Is it reaching? Oh, shoot.
Alright.
Oh god.
Ooh.
You watching my stream still by chance?
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Dude, I'm trying to land.
I know, I can tell.
I'm trying to land with, like, you know, from cockpit. It's kind of freaking difficult.
Yeah, I see.
Alright, here we go. Alright. Here we go. Oh god. I might just crash nose first into the ground, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh my god, it actually worked.
Oh, tonight. No! No!
Brothers.
No! No! No!
That's all I have to say.
Oh my god, I came less than 5 meters from hitting the ground, dude. Did you see that?
Ooh.
Watch.
Yeah. Ooh. Really close.
Oh. 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 Oh god. Oh.
Crusty crud.
Oh. That was rough.
Yeah, I could tell.
Alright, here we go. Let's try that again, shall we?
No. No. Please don't.
Oh, I'm gonna try it again.
Ugh. Why do you do the thing you do? Sucks.
Alright, here we go.
Here we go again.
And roll. Oh, I'm really close to the ground this time.
Ooh.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh! 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 I came within 100 meters of hitting the ground that time. You gotta admit, these are some of the sketchiest landings you've ever seen me do, huh?
Trust me, I've done worse.
But I'm saying, like, these are some of the sketchiest that you've ever seen me do, huh?
Yeah. I mean, like, I've never landed some of mine. Most of mine. All of mine. Exact.
Okay, here we go. We're coming in. Coming in nicely, too, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it. God damn it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How is that for landing?
Perfect.
In cockpit, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's going on.
One more time? What do you think? One more time? You think I can do it one more time?
I don't know.
Without crashing?
I have no idea.
Alright, here we go. Alright, here comes the sketchy part. And execute and roll.
Ooh.
I think this is gonna be the best one yet, man.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Ah, God, freaking.
That was actually pretty sketchy landing.
Can tell. Oh, can tell.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty sketchy landing.
You went Tokyo Drift. Drift in.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I actually kind of really like this airplane.
Hmm.
It is 2:30 a.m. I need to go to bed.
It's 3:33.
I got to
A lot of numbers.
I got to finish my contract, so I'm happy. I've got everything taken care of that I needed to on this stream, so
Nice.
and I've got 1.2 million now. It's crazy, right?
That's a lot. It's a lot, yeah.
Considering I had 321,000 like not even 2 streams ago.
Aw.
Anyway, thank you guys for watching on the stream. I'm gonna head off here. Thank you. If you liked the video, please leave a like. If you want to know anything or have any questions, just feel free to ask me. Leave a comment, and we will see you all in the next one.